Hi, it's Rob here from 180 Degrees Gym Bournemouth, and today we're talking about hip mobility for a very good reason. Moving your hips properly enables you to get into all the right positions when you're in the gym working out. Also, it can help deal with low back pain as well. Now, you find me sitting in a chair, which a lot of you may well be doing on a daily basis or driving. So I'm in an L position, and you might get a lot of low back pain when you're sitting down, so maybe you want to ease that. You might want to stand up, stretch. So we're going to look at stretches that are going to enable us to extend in this direction and basically do the reverse of sitting down. So if you find yourself doing a lot of something like this, you should probably be doing a lot of the reverse. Now, when you do have low back pain, you might think, I need to maybe just stretch my hamstrings a bit, but they may already be at their capacity. So it's a bit counterintuitive to stretch the front of your body. So that's what we're going to go through today. First of all, we're going to look at the muscles in the upper leg, and these muscles contribute to us hinge at the hip, and we're going to loosen these off. Now, to start with, I'm going to do some foam rolling to tell these muscles basically to give up on holding tension and to allow themselves to relax. So first of all, I'm going to show you using a foam roller. You don't need a super hard one, okay, if you're careful. I'm going to start by getting my knees just below the foam roller, down on my forearms. Now, the secret here is to relax the muscles, to not hold tension in your thighs, all right? And I'm going to move slowly down the thighs. I can already, there we go, I can already feel tension, and I'm going to hover over those spots which are quite painful. And then I'm going to slowly move on. Now, I'm not rolling like this because generally you aren't relaxed, you're tensing your muscles, and you're going to miss spots which you need to stay on. Okay? I'll carry on all the way up into the hip area here, right up to my waistband here. Okay? Now, I've got my knee on the foam roller, it's turned my body slightly, and now I'm going to go back down the thigh, this time at a slightly different angle. I'll go all the way up to the knee, again slowly, so I'm going faster than I normally would. And then I would do the outside of the leg, the IT band. And as we get to the top of the IT band, so if you imagine the top of your hip bone, okay, which is actually the top of your thigh bone, just beyond there is a muscle called the tensor fasciae latae, and this is one we need to roll. So it's kind of in here, the pocket of your jeans, if you imagine that. I'm going to roll that area as well, because if that's tight, that can also transfer as lower back pain. So do a thoroughly good job of rolling. Now, if you haven't got a foam roller and you're in the gym, you can sit on the floor, get one of the small barbells, and you can roll your own thigh. Now, you don't need much pressure. The good thing about this is because I'm not lying on a roller, I'm not tensed, so the leg's nice and floppy, and there you go, I can already find a point where it really is quite uncomfortable. So if you think about the leg being like some dough with some lumps in it, and the lumps are tension, I'm finding, there you go, I'm finding a lump and just hovering over it just to break it up, to tell the muscle to let go. If you're at home, obviously you might not have a barbell. Simple broom handle is just as good. You need a bit more pressure because doesn't weigh much. You could use a rolling pin. Could use your knuckle, okay, hockey ball, whatever you get your hands on that's going to allow you to apply pressure, even the edge of your hand, okay, to tell that muscle to relax. Once that's been told to relax, we're going to stretch it. So we're going to stretch the fronts of our legs now. I've got a mat here in front of a bench. This could be a sofa, it could be a bed, it could be a step. I'll show you how to get into position. Hands on the floor in front. Put one foot on the bench and the knee onto the pad below. And then I'm going to put my foot forward and I'm going to right myself, and already I'm feeling a stretch through that thigh. Now, to make sure you're getting a stretch, I'm going to bring my body so that my shoulder is in alignment with my hip and with my knee. And from that point onwards, I'm going to push back, so I'm moving one straight plank that way. I've now got a nice stretch, and then I'm I'm going to squeeze my bum muscle, and that has accentuated the stretch, and I stay there for 30 seconds. And I'm going to repeat this each side, and that allows the muscles in the leg to lengthen. Okay, so we've rolled the thighs, we've stretched the thighs, and that's allowing us to be more upright in our posture, which is great. It's the reverse of sitting down, it's being up here. But we need to make sure we strengthen the muscles that actually allow us to stay up here. And that is the opposite of these muscles. So go around the back, it's the glute muscles. So if I squeeze my bum muscles now, it helps me stay in a nice upright posture. So I'm going to strengthen these muscles. You lie on the floor, onto your back in what's called a semi-supine position. One leg out flat, other leg foot flat on the floor. I'm going to do a single leg glute bridge. Ten on one side. 10 on the other. So it's important at the top of that motion, hold for about 2 seconds and really squeeze the bum at that point. Do all that and you're on your way to solving postural problems, strengthening the right muscles and loosening off the right muscles to free up your hip and enable you to move properly. So the last exercise is called the Frogger, and that is to stretch the adductor muscles, which are the muscles inside the thigh here. And these muscles help pull your leg in, and if they're tight, obviously they're going to stop your hips from rotating outwards. So the hip is a ball and socket joint, so in theory it should be able to move in all manner of directions, but any tight muscle is going to inhibit that. So this is called the Frogger. It's quite a sensitive stretch, so take it easy when you first start. First of all, down to your forearms. Secondly, we're going to splay the knees. And thirdly, I'm going to put my feet on their side on the floor. Now I'm forward on my forearms to get the stretch, and you may already be getting a stretch by now, it's absolutely fine. To get a stretch, I'm going to push back into that position there, and there you go, I've got a nice stretch now on the inside of my thigh. You stay there for a few seconds and release by coming forwards and back in again. And if it's just too easy, you can just take your knees further apart. But be aware, it is quite a sensitive stretch. Now to get out of it, what I would suggest is come onto your hands and bring your feet together at the back and then walk your knees together. So all of that, foam rolling the thighs, stretching the thighs, glute bridges and the Frogger, I would recommend doing that 3 times a week. Consistently for 2 weeks, and then see how you feel at the end of that. You should have some decent progress. If you want more information about things that you've seen today or other ways to help your own fitness and health, then please subscribe to our YouTube channel, or if you're in Bournemouth, please pop in and say hi and we'll be more than happy to talk to you.